As I was saying in the previous video, I'm talking about my design for the launch system that I will add to the Earth Matrix all-terrain vehicle ship.
I gotta come out here for just a second. Don't let the cat out there. I'll try and get out.
Hold on, I gotta finish this video. Okay, so with the my name is William J. Scheible, by the way, but with my design for the Earth Matrix ship, I want a launch system on that ship designed to launch projectiles into space, and these projectiles will be for increasing the space station size and ways, and the space station in general, to where I want to create a space city first for starters, and then I want to create a spaceship that is and multiple spaceships, which spaceships are built in space. So I'll launch the materials to build the ships using my railgun system or my electromagnetic launch system, and then I will create the Voyager ships. These Voyager ships will be completely artificially run and not run by humans, unless maybe we come up with a mission designed for some to go to nearby asteroids and stuff. But their design is to send these ships all the way to the asteroid belts in our solar system to collect asteroids and meteors, to build a second planet and our miniature planet next to ours, and for mining materials and getting more materials and metals that are important, and resources like, say, water, fresh water, to Earth, or to the near the Earth, to where I'll have all these meteoroids or asteroids floating around the Earth. And the reason why I'm floating around is in case we need the materials to add to our Earth one day in the future, or if we need some of them to add to this Earth to this day and in our near future. And my plan is to build a gigantic spaceship, which I'll call the Earth Evacuation spaceship. And the design of this ship will be designed to rotate around the sun, and it'll be, say, if there's a meteor hits and sanitizes the surface of the Earth, and the oceans vaporize, and it creates all these like storms and stuff, but the Earth will still be one day livable again. This spaceship, the Earth Evacuation spaceship, will be housing all of the species of Earth and as much of humanity as we can possibly save. And it'll float around the sun, taking the same route that our sun takes, so that we can actually have the seasons and grow crops and all that stuff. And we'll create gravity, because it'll be so big that we'll be able to have gravity on that ship, and we'll be able to survive in an alternate plane. And this one will be movable. So, like, say if there was another asteroid coming, we'd actually be able to move the ship. We'd actually be able to move the ship out of harm's way. And I also want to use the launch launch systems to, say, launch water or resources. First, I'll start it off in a frozen blocks of water, and these frozen blocks of water will have the electromagnetic pieces of metal that are attached to a parachute, to where we can retrieve these discs and things that we'd have to use to launch this water through the air, and then to, say, forest fires in certain locations around the Earth. And also for launching salt water in the air. And then what will happen is it'll eventually evaporate. The water will evaporate. The cube will dry as it's flying through the air, and the salt will continue further, where the water will just dissipate into our atmosphere to create rain clouds and things like that, and, say, weather alternating applications. And my whole idea is that with the ice being launched with that salt water, it would create more fresh water, more clean fresh water, faster, at a faster rate. Seeing how a lot of our waters that is fresh are being contaminated and are bought up by companies, say, like Nestle and stuff like that. They bought up huge lakes and huge natural geysers, and like places where water is a resource coming out of the Earth, where they bought these places and the rights to them. Well, it would be for like creating more places like that, and more streams will flow. We can launch ice to the ice caps, or like where all the glaciers are, and add ice to them, to where they can help reflect some more of the sun's harmful rays, and help reflect some of the sun's harmful rays. Or we can create different planes, like we can launch seeds, that like seed drone like things. Like my idea is to have it be able to launch anything and everything good. Like I'm talking from like it can launch a person to space, to it can launch a space bridge to space. It can literally launch all the materials needed to build an actual spaceship. It can do basically launch anything and everything using the discs and the right electromagnetic uh, launching system. And I know that it's going to take time to get this idea going, but it is an absolute must for humanity as a whole. So it'd be my best idea to bring all nations together and the peoples of all nations, not just the governments, but the citizens too. The ones that have the experience welding and stuff. We're not going to need just NASA scientists and like people that are the most intelligent in the world to come and help on these projects. We'll be able to use some of the average smarter people, but they'll have to be smart. They cannot be, and they'll have to be screened and checked for everything. They cannot, like, there cannot be the chance of them being able to terrorize our last hope for humanity and all the species on this earth. Whereas some terrorists want to destroy the whole earth and ruin all great plans that are like these. And my idea is that I will not want to let this idea be captured or ruined. So I'm actually going to have to utilize everything in my power to make sure that this does not happen and nothing bad happens to the future of humanity, and that we cannot be wiped clean and our existence ended and we only are living in paradise. And that's about all I have to say right now. So if you ever watch this, thank you for listening to the entire thing. If you got to this part, of course, thank you very much. And with love, love will. And blessing to all of you. Amen.